It is almost a daily occurrence where somebody slides into my DMs. They send me a text message, an email asking me if I have 5 minutes to talk to them about a business that they just got involved in because I would be so perfect for it. And I always think, you know, man, if this is one of those network marketing, MLM, multi-level marketing, affiliate marketing programs, don't bother. Don't waste your time because I'm already involved in one. Guys, I want to do a very quick video explaining the network marketing, affiliate marketing, direct sales, MLM, whatever you want to call it, the industry, why if you're not in it, you should give it a look, and why if you're in it, there's probably a good 97% chance that you're doing it the wrong way and your upline doesn't even know to correct your behavior. MLM, network marketing, is simply the greatest source of wealth creation and capitalism there is. And for those out there who affectionately refer to it as the pyramid scam, the problem is that in the 80s and the 90s, you had a bunch of clowns in the industry who came along and they tried to express this get rich quick. All you have to do is talk to your friends and family. And it really burned a lot of people out there on the industry on this scam. We're going to talk about the fact of what the business is and what the business isn't. But some of the things that you have to know is there's no other business out there, not real estate, not investing, where you can get such a powerful return on your investment. The network marketing space today probably brings in about $300 billion a year, which is more than the NFL and video gaming combined. It has been around for over 100 years model. There is countless industry leaders that are still around today. Some of the biggest names that were started in the 50s, 60s, they're still around today. So this industry has power. This industry has teeth. The industry is unbelievable when it comes down to wealth creation. The problem is just the way it's taught, the way it's marketed, and the way that it's wound up putting off to you. So I want to clarify that today. So if you're in the network marketing industry and you're really not having a good time with your team and you're really not growing, you're going to want to stick around and watch this. So let's define off the bat why you got involved with network marketing in the first place. There's only 3 reasons. And the biggest problem with this industry is when people get involved in it, they fail to identify which reason they came in the industry for. Now understand something. When everybody likes to refer to this industry as the pyramid scam, if you're recruiting or having a conversation with somebody, I welcome you to say 2 things. Number 1, a pyramid is the strongest structure known to man. When the more pressure you put in the top of a pyramid, the sides all take that pressure and they distribute it into the ground, and the pyramid cannot be collapsed no matter how much pressure you put on it. So number 1, hey, thanks, it's a pyramid, 100% right. It's the strongest foundation I've ever been involved with. Number 2, the way that scam is involved is that you exchange money for no product or service. So it's a legitimate business if a product or a service is exchanged. I don't know one pyramid scam network marketing company out there. They all exchange either products or service. And I will tell you something, based on the way that the companies that are out there, they put their money into research and development, their products are superior to most things that you're going to find out on the shelves. So when it comes down to products, we have to look at this for number 1 reason. Why network marketing companies' products are so superior is they eliminate one of the biggest overhead costs that financially burden any business out there, which is advertising. When you look at running a business, your number 1 cost, it doesn't matter if you're brick and mortar, and it doesn't matter if you're online business. If people don't know about you, they're not going to buy your product. They're not going to take your service. They're not going to exchange their money for what you're offering. So your biggest cost, your biggest overhead is going to be advertising. Well, network marketing eliminates that problem by the people who come in and become the brand partners or the representatives or the franchisees. They are the advertising. That money that the company saves usually winds up going back to improving the product and expanding their line. So there's not one company out there really that I personally have seen it's like, oh my gosh, they've got garbage products. For the most part, if you're going into network marketing based on a product, that is ultimately your personal choice, right? And these products are great. So I really want to advocate the concept that network marketing is a totality aspect. Their products are fantastic. They're amazing. I know people still that use one of the major companies out there that's been around for 70 years, still uses their cleaning products because their stuff is so good. That being said, the other aspect is community. So if you came in on the concept of product, that's what you're there for. You're going to get involved. You're so passionate about whatever product you bought. You are talking to people about this. Maybe you take the product and you never talk about it. It doesn't matter. Know that is what brought you in. right? We have to avoid why, if you're looking at this as a business, why you are failing to bring people in, or why the people you're bringing in are failing, or why you came in on one aspect, but you fell in love with another aspect, and you just can't be honest with yourself. The second aspect is community. I will not pull punches in this video. The network marketing space consistently attracts people who are insecure. I will say that massively. The network marketing space pulls people in and attracts people who are insecure. They are usually sold by the clowns this better concept of life, and then they get into it and stay because of the community. They get empowered by the community around them, and they fall short, and they never rise to whatever level the person above them promised them, because they are so focused on this community. It's not meant to be an insult, but you have to ask yourself, if you were sold on the idea of being a millionaire in 6 months, number one, I apologize. Whoever told you that was a complete liar. Number two, was that your intent? Was that what you wanted? Or did you want to be part of a community? The network marketing community, honestly, is one of the biggest. It's got two aspects of it. You got a lot of people who screw around in it. So honestly, I'm going to tell you this flat out, husbands and wives, if you are not understanding why you're getting in the network marketing industry, the industry is infamous for people who have nothing better to do but mess around in other people's lives. So if you don't know that in the first place, you better wind up having a conversation with your significant other. That's the other aspect of it is the community is honestly filled by some amazing people who do want to see you improve. So if you are at a place where you want to get involved with people and you really feel a worth and a value in those around, and that's why you're in there, then stay with the community. There are some great people who will be there for you. You will establish friendships. You will cultivate a growth in business partnerships and in personal relationships. But understand that there's a difference between falling in love with the product, falling in love with the community, and then falling in love with money. If you came in this industry and you came in the industry to be extremely wealthy, if you wanted the yachts and the cars and the $1 million a month, number one, it is all attainable. There are people who make in excess of $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a month in the network marketing network marketing space. I think the top earners in the network marketing industry as of now make $2.2 million a month. And they do that based off of a foundation of how they wind up teaching their principles and repeating it over and over and over again. But they are clear why they're in the industry. When you get in, you have to establish what your purpose is first. Is it product? Is it community? Is it money? It can be all three. It 100% can, but you have to understand what your top priority is and goes from there. Mine happens to be money. Mine is not community. Mine is not product. If it was in a certain order, mine would be money for me, product because I like it for what it does to me, and then community last. That's just how it goes. Understand you have to identify your strengths and your weaknesses. My strengths are I am a superior pitch and closer guy. I am unbelievable when it comes down to the advocating of the business. I'm so good at talking to people about this industry and conveying what the true nature of it is. But where my weakness lies is in duplicating that in people. Because most people think that they have to, I can't be like you, and you talk so well, and I fail on bringing myself down to the level of how to improve this for other people to move forward. I'm not a teacher. I am not a mentor by any means whatsoever. I'm not a coach and I'm not a guru. I'm somebody who understands exactly what his strengths are and weaknesses are and where to apply that. I apply in making money in the industry, advocating a great product, and community last. So if you come in the network marketing space and you're trying to figure out where you fit in, you have to know it's one of three places. Either you love the product, you love the community involvement, and you get along with it great, or you love the money. But you have to put it, if you're going to be all three over time develops, and they all are very synergistic, but there always has to be one that's the foundation of it. So know what and why you're getting involved in this industry in the first place. Be very clear about that. Because if you're not being successful and you are failing, you have to identify what your strength is, what your weaknesses is, and where your upline who is able to help you, what are theirs as well too. Since my passion for the industry is actually making money, that's where I wind up focusing all of my time, is the wealth creation in it. The wealth creation is formed by the Robert Kiyosaki cash flow quadrant. If you really want a very, very concise definition of what network marketing is. Read his book, Business of the 21st Century. It simply is 100% a network of people, an army of people, if you will, who all consume a product. In its simplest form, what network marketing is, it's a subscription-based company. That's all it is. You get involved. There's a lot of aspects as far as the business goes, where you could be an independent contractor, private business owner, leverage the tax laws, all this. But in its simplest form, in the simplest business form of network marketing, what it is, you become a business franchise owner with the company. You take your own product. That's all it is. How you duplicate that to the prospects you talk about is where you present value. When we go back to talking about community products or money, you have to identify what the value is for whoever you're bringing into this industry. Some people, value is going to be what they want in money. Some people say, oh my gosh, friends, community, I want to go be that. So when we go back to the last concept, what we were talking about, maybe somebody wants personal development, which in my opinion is one of the biggest lies in this industry, because if you need to get into network marketing for personal development, you are going to be massively behind the 8 ball. I know that's hard for people to hear. A lot of people get into this industry for self-growth. The sad fact is most of us don't. We stopped our self-confidence growth at 8 years old. And it takes so much to be confident out there in a world that constantly beats us down, judges us. We put ourselves up on social media. We're open for critics. It is a ruthless place. If you think that you're going to come into network marketing and make money while developing yourself, wrong. It's not going to happen. You got to be honest with that. Can it be done? Guys, don't get your hopes up on it. But what you can do is you can go back into the community, find strength, and then yes, if you want to leverage and switch pivot points to wind up going into making money off of it, you can. But guys, if you are going to come into this industry for making money, you have to understand this is a business. This is a business, and you have to look at it as such, not a place to wind up personal developing in your growth. That will come the more that you wind up growing in your business. So don't look at becoming more and then growing a business. Grow your business more, you will become more. The cash flow quadrant is one of the most important things that you're going to need to look at when it comes to network marketing. On the one side of the cash flow quadrant with the E and the S, that's where you're looking at you working for money. And there's so many videos out there that explain what that is. The B and the I, as I point all over the place, the B and the I is where money works for you. You want to get from one side of the cash flow quadrant to the other. You want to go where the big business is. You want to leverage the people that have the same mission as you to wind up you working as hard as you possibly can for them, because the more successful you make them, the more money you make. It's as simple as that. So when it really comes down to the business aspect of what you're doing this network marketing for, if it is for money, understand that you want to switch. And why maybe you be having a big hang up on this is that you're so into that exchange of product for service, one and done, transactional. That's all you know how to do. You created coffee mugs online. I don't know how to wind up making $1 million. It is simply the power of reaching out and cultivating a network and everybody aligned in the same mission. In the aspect of network marketing, it's the simplest, most powerful business model that there is. Somebody becomes a business owner with the company, they take their own product, and you repeat that. How you get people on the phone, how you get people to see value, how you to pitch, how you close, that's the difficult stuff. The business model, that's the simple part. Get that down off the bat. So if you came into this for business, you have to understand your motivation is to go from thinking of a 40, 50, 60-hour work week worker, where you work for money, into leveraging the power of all those people that you wind up having in your network and having collectively everyone work together to raise all ships with that tide. That's the purpose of and the power of network marketing. Oh, but I don't want to recruit. I don't want to sell. Oh my gosh. You have to understand, why did you get involved in this business in the first place? Yes, in a general grand concept, this business is about recruiting. If you don't recruit people to purchase a product, well, the business isn't going to make money, and then they're not going to pay you. But if you flip it on its script and look at what you're truly doing in this business, if you recruit people in and they purchase a package with whatever you're doing, and that's it, you do not give them anything else, you're recruiting people to purchase. It's a one and done. It's transactional. You're a salesperson. Congratulations. If you look at it as franchising, What do you do when you franchise? If you guys went up and opened up a McDonald's, a Starbucks, it doesn't matter what business that there is, you would want that business to be extremely successful. So you would train, you would take care of the property, you would cultivate the staff, you would make sure that the customer and client base were satisfied. So when it comes down to, I don't want to be a recruiter, I don't want this and that, you're not a recruiter if you're looking at the successful aspects of network marketing. You're a franchise owner. You're franchising. You are developing people. You are planting your flag in an area, and you want that business to be as massively successful as possible to draw people in. Same thing. So when you bring somebody in your business, you recruit them. That may be one way you're looking at it, but when you bring them in and you pour yourself into them, now you're building that building, right? You're cultivating that business. You're franchising in them, and you're making them just as successful as you possibly can. Selling versus consuming. I don't want to sell anything, man. I look at these products. It's this product, that product. I don't want to sell it. You don't have to. If you look at the business model for what network marketing is, you become a franchise owner who takes their own product. What selling did you do? When you wind up recruiting, remember, your job is to sit there and network. Your job is to talk to people about the business, how passionate you are about it, what moves you. Is it the product? Is it the community? Or is it the money making, right? You have to identify that first. Well, what you're doing is providing value. When value is clear, decisions are easy. So literally all you have to do to recruit, if you will, is provide value. And if you provide value and somebody clearly sees it, their decision to partner with your team is easy, and it will just happen. That's why you don't ever have to sell anything. You're not selling a product. But what you are doing is consuming. And for those people who get involved in the network marketing space, who sit there and say, I don't want to buy a product every month, it's your overhead. Every month that business gives you an opportunity to make money. If you were a barber or a salon a stylist, you have to rent that chair every month, and you pay hundreds of dollars, if not thousands of dollars, for that space. People come in, they pay you. Well, that's what the company is saying. Purchase our product. You maintain your status as a franchise owner. We give you the opportunity to make as much money as possible. So if you come in the industry and you're looking at it as recruiting, selling, having to purchase, it's not that you're ignorant, it's just that you're ignorant to this business model. And I really encourage you to look at what it is. It does involve all three of those things, but if you turn it on its head and see it what it is for its value, it is simply you're pouring yourself into people to wind up teaching them what you know, connecting them with other people who have the same, if not better, ability to teach them. You consume your own product and you grow from them. From there. And then also mentoring versus leadership. So many people in this industry are looking to be the guru. So many people in this industry want to be the guy, and that is the number one reason why teams fail. Everybody says it. We want so-and-so to be better than us. An analogy that I give is when I teach martial arts, I want my students better than me for two reasons. Number one, if I have a group of students and they are not good and they go out in the world and somebody says, oh, you learn this martial art, and they go and they exchange hands and do a little sparring and my student gets their ass kicked because they're not good, do you think anybody's going to want to train with me? They are my product. They're my advertisement. That's number one. I want my students great so that they go out and they speak volumes about my ability. Second part of it is the better my students get, the more they chase me, which means my skill level always has to go up because I always want to be the top dog. I want to be the alpha. So the more that you are wind up pouring into people is leading them by example, because you never stop training, you never stop learning, you never stop growing, the more that your people grow. Too many people want to be the guru. Too many people want to be that guy. And the problem is that they limit their team because they edify their team, they praise their team, they wind up pouring into their team. They're so afraid to hurt their team's feelings. They're so afraid to cut their team loose when they're not doing work and start over that their team lives and dies by their praises instead of the results that either affect their wallet, their health with a product, or their ability to teach others. This is one of the number one problems in network marketing is the guru cult mentality where I can guarantee you if the top dog left, their team would die. You need to lead. If you have never led in a position, and I'm going to tell you, most people have never led in a position. Most people have never gone through the fires of not management, but actual leadership. And true leaders, I'm going to tell you something, they don't want to lead. They don't like the headache. They don't like the responsibility. And most people in today's day and age have no desire to be led no matter what. They want to be puffed up. They want their egos. They want to be told you did a good job when you didn't. That's the sad part of leadership. It is a tough role and responsibility where you have to be able to cut people loose, walk away, deny your time, say it, just know when to cut people out of your leader, your group, and to move on. Mentoring is not the place you want to be. Leadership is, and leadership can only be done by example. You do not mentor, people choose you as mentors, and too many people self-appoint themselves as mentors. The standard for network marketing is simple. You have to treat it like a business. If you come in, regardless of where you're at, if you're going to come in this for community, and again, a lot of people come in it for community. A lot of people want to feel a place of belonging. That's not something that I am. I'm not a very social person. I like money, but at the same point in time too, I understand the power of network marketing and the alluring aspect of community because people just want to feel involved. They want to feel a part of something. If that's where you're at, you have to understand you have to be honest with yourself. Otherwise, you will never grow. And your upline will never be able to grow because they can never identify what your needs are. So if you admit off the bat, this is for community, I'm in this because I want to connect with people, I want to share, I don't necessarily want to make money, I like the products, but I want to go to the events, be honest with that. There's nothing wrong with that. If you're looking at this for money, which is what I am, understand something. If you do not treat this like a business, you will fail. What does a business mean? You have to go to work. You have to go to work. You normally have a boss. Well, in the network marketing space, you're your own boss. If you don't schedule yourself, if you don't take the time out to make your business grow, if you don't do the work that needs to be done, no one else is going to do it, you're going to fail. The network marketing space has a 97% failure rate for a reason. It's because it's too hard for most people. It's the simplest business model on the planet, but people lie to themselves, they kid themselves, they do not want to do the work, they are lazy. 80% of the people that you bring in are going to drop out. 20% are going to do the work. And out of those 20%, you're going to have to cultivate maybe 3% of them. They're actually going to grow into anything substantial to duplicate what you truly want. Your discipline factor has to be huge. If you are not disciplined, blocking off time, guys, you have to connect with people. You have to talk to people. And there's ways of doing this. Trust me, don't get me wrong. I know all of you, for the most part, anybody watching this, what happens is you get in this business, and what does your upline say? Just talk to your friends and family. Just talk to your friends and family. They don't tell you how. Has your upline ever told you the difference between talking with your cold market and your warm market? You know that friends and family are the worst ones to talk to, but they're the most essential. If you can get through your friends and family, you can talk to anybody. What is wrong with talking to your friends and family saying, listen, I just got involved with the business. I don't know if I made the right decision. I'm excited. It makes no sense to me. I would love you to take a look at this. Tell me if I made the wrong decision. I know it's one of those pyramid scam things, but as a favor to me, do me a favor and look at this. It may not be for you, but I want practice. Can you help me learn? There are so many easy ways of addressing the 900-pound gorilla in the room when it comes to your friends and your family, but your upline doesn't teach you that. Here's a flip chart. Show it to them. Network marketing is about people and relations. And that's the number one thing you have to get good at. If you are influential in network marketing, you will be a very, very, very wealthy person. But influence comes from confidence. Confidence comes from your education. Education comes from you doing the work. So what do? You dive in, you saturate yourself, drown yourself in what the network marketing industry is, understand it, educate yourself. Then you have to put that into action by actually doing the work, the discipline, picking up the phone, getting hung up on, hearing, oh, you're in one, oh, dude, I used to respect you. You're one of those pyramid scams. Click and move on and move on and move on. You have to be productive. You have to sit down at your desk. You have to get in your car. You have to get away from the kids. You have to take that time to build your business. 97% of you get involved in this industry. What do? I failed. How long did you do it for? A couple of weeks. What did you do? I talked to 3 people. This isn't working. You name me a brick and mortar business that survived, that after 2 weeks and talking to 3 people has made their money. Problem is 97% of you are quitters and cowards and losers and failures because you're afraid. You're afraid. If you get into this industry, you have to understand that this industry can make you a ton of money if you dig deep and give the absolute best of yourself. It's as simple as that. You have to have integrity. If you are a liar in this industry, you deserve everything that happens to you. This industry has no room for liars. You have to sit there and tell people off the bat, I am looking to actively recruit you. I 100% am looking to build a business. I want to talk to you about this. No, I have not made $1 million yet. I just got in this involved a couple of months ago. I'm struggling, but I want to grow. Be honest with people. Tell them what you're doing. If you're a leader, if you're a guru, oh dear God, if you don't lead with your team with honesty, you deserve what's coming your way. And the people will fall. Because when it comes to the community of network marketing, remember, it's a catty community. It's a bunch of bored people who want excitement. And in some ways, they all just get together in those big groups just to have a gossiping party. It is what it is. So when you can get past all that bullshit, because I do want to talk about the reality of what this industry is, then you really, really, really can make a profound difference and really, really stack your bank account. And the biggest thing is to never quit. Never quit. I don't care who says what. If you're in the industry for 2, 3, 4 years and you haven't made it, keep going. Keep going. A lot of business models will show you that when you're still in the business and you're compounding their product, you're going to be making a crap ton of money the second something clicks. And I don't know how many of you have ever done a skill, play the piano, learn the martial art, baked a cake, gone to the gym. It all takes time. Everything takes time in this industry. So you need to treat it like a business. There needs to be discipline. You have to be productive on a daily basis. You have to have integrity. Integrity is everything. And you can't quit. I don't care who says what. You can't quit. End of story. And if you do quit, I'm going to tell you this. Don't burn the bridge of people who brought you in. Have the spine to call your upline and say, this is not for me. This is not for me. In today's day and age, considering the fact that so many things are moving from brick and mortar to virtual, you don't want to burn a bridge. If something is not for you, have the integrity to say, this isn't for me. Also, if you're a leader, have the integrity to tell your team, I'm done. I'm walking away. End of story. I promise you, when you have integrity, it makes everything else you do so much easier. Congruency. Make sure your words and your actions match. Oh, in the long run, this business is all about people. It's about networking. It's about making people happy. And just everybody gets together and we hug. And I started with $7 in my pocket. And then in 2 years, I was a millionaire. Oh, it was great. And now I'm staged talking to you, shedding my tears because you could do this too. Guys, I got some news for you because that's typically what people like to think. No, it's not. No, it's not. This industry is about as being as ruthless and savage as you can get with integrity, with absolute integrity, to understand that the more money you make, it can only be done by improving the lives of others. So in a roundabout scheme of things, I know a lot of people are afraid to be selfish, but the more that you are self-driven, the more that by default, you can only elevate yourself when you elevate others. This business is built backwards. The problem is people try to take consumers who come in and buy their products and turn them into business owners. You're never going to get that mentality to work. You have to go after the people who are either A, business owners or want to be. And you have to be brutally honest with them. Listen, this industry is ruthless. This industry is catty. This industry is gossipy. This industry is backstabby. This industry has one of the highest failure rates on the planet. But if you don't quit, if you are open-minded, if you are strong-willed, we will teach you to get through this. You do that, I promise you'll have a very successful business. But if you're out there trying to feed people's egos, trying to elevate yourself to look like the king of all kings so that everybody comes to worship you and what you do, you'll fail. You'll 100% fail. My passion is recruiting in this industry, getting people an opportunity to see that the dreams and the potentials they have. My passion is not teaching them, dragging them through the mud, and making them see how much better their lives could be if they just had more self-confidence, more self-worth, and just picked up the phone and called people. That's not my passion. That's my weakness. And that's something that at this time, I'm not interested in working on. Who knows? Maybe down the road, I'll be doing videos on how to wind up improving that. But for right now, what you have to understand in the network marketing space is if somebody slid in your DMs, if somebody's putting up on their line, on their social media, buy my product, this and that, you have to look at the power of the industry. But what the entire industry is, it is the single greatest source of wealth creation that there is, but you have to identify why you're getting involved in the first place. Do you want to take a great product that's going to make you feel better, clean your houses better, make you sleep better? I don't know, make you run faster, make you happier? Do you want to get involved with a community that's going to stroke your ego, make you feel better? You'll be a part of something. You'll read a book and see some videos, and for 5 minutes in that stage, when you're listening to that speaker, think you're going to be so motivated, but when you go home, it's going to be all for nothing. You're just going to forget about all of it. Or do you want an opportunity to grow from financial abundance? Because the one thing that is true is when you actually put the focus on making money, you cannot make money unless you do focus on the community and the product, and that's how that goes. So you have to identify first why you got involved with it and be completely clear with it. Be honest with it. The more honest you are, people are going to respect you. This way you can also identify to your upline, the person who brought you in, your strengths and your weaknesses so they can properly work with you and teach you, and they can become better leaders for you. Also, you know what? Identify what the industry is. It's not recruiting. It's building and opening franchises. It's putting love and integrity and everything you are into those places in hopes that they grow. Plant the seed. Give it some water, some sunlight, say some good words to it. If the seed doesn't want to grow, move on to the next plant. Just end of story, is what it is. It's not selling either, it's consuming. When you look at the backwards nature of the company, or any business that you're with network marketing, you're not selling the product, then creating a business owner. You're creating a business owner who takes their own product. It really, truly is the most brilliant business model in capitalism there is. And honestly, you choose your mentor. Your mentor shouldn't choose you. Understand that. Find the person who is leading, doing the work in the trenches, is not afraid to sit there and have the arrows slung their way, and they still move forward after taking the hits. It's those behind the scenes who are the self-appointed gurus that you need to run from. Run from. The industry it's a great industry that also has some extreme darkness to it. And a lot of us have a lot of stories. But if you understand and are very clear in your vision about why you go in, then you could be one of those people that actually turns the industry around and puts a great shine on this. It's been around for a long time. It's just got a very, very, very negative connotation. And myself and a bunch of other people are just trying to put a big shine on it and actually turn it around and show people the power of it. So I hope this made sense to you. If you do slide in my DMs and you want to talk to me about network marketing, understand, I love it. I'll do anything I can to help your business, but I'm going to try to pitch and close you as well too. So I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. This was my presentation on what the network marketing industry is, what it isn't, and why, if you haven't seen it before or looked into it, you really should. Have a great day.